In the 1960s, Stanley Milgram conducted experiments designed to compare and measure the willingness of people to submit and obey an authority figure, even if that figure provides an order that goes against their morals. There was an experimenter, a teacher, and a learner. The experimenter and the learner were both actors, while the teachers were the real test subjects. The teachers would read questions to the learner, and if the learner got a question wrong, the teacher was ordered to give them an electric shock. The voltage would start at 15 volts and increase in 15-volt increments with each switch, up to 450 volts. Although the teacher and the learner couldn't see each other, the teacher could hear the frantic attempts of the learner begging for the shocks to stop as the voltage increased. Of course, because the learners were actors, the shocks were fake. However, the teachers thought every ounce of pain they were receiving was real, as before the experiment started, they received a real, small shock so that they could know what kind of pain the learners were going through. In the end, 100% of the participants continued to shock all the way up to 300 volts, while 65% of them went all the way up to the highest voltage of 450 volts, but not without expressing resistance. I don't know what this means for me, though. I woke up in this large living quarters with most of my memories seemingly gone, a vague fog clouding my mind. Trying to remember my name gives me sharp headaches and migraines. When I woke up, there was a thick, red hardcover book on the table in the center of the room. I don't know why, but I was drawn towards that book. It didn't even have any text on the cover or back of it. Skimming through the contents of the book, it looks like it's all about psychological experiments. There was a bookmark that marked the article about Milgram's experiments. I clearly wasn't the first person that was thrust in this situation. Someone was here before me. It's been a week since I first woke up here. During this time, I figured out that I'm actually in a prison. I'm not a prisoner, though. I've been dressed in a mostly black dress shirt that's accented with gold stripes, nicely tucked and buckled into my pants. The peaked cap that I wear and the golden sashes that adorn my outfit make me believe that I am a person with high authority. The warden. Well, I know I'm not a prisoner because I can actually see all of the prisoners through monitors in a room separate to my quarters. They are all dressed similarly, with white top garments with black belts strapped around their torso as if they could be used to restrain their movements. Despite their varying species and personalities, they are all in here for one thing. They're in here because they are all murderers. Or rather, they've all killed someone. It's hard to believe they've taken a life, because most of them don't seem capable at all. Over the past week, I've been observing these 6 prisoners through the monitors. The video and audio quality is somewhat weak, so it's been kind of difficult making out what I'm looking at and who's talking. I think I've managed to differentiate all of the species. There's a black cat, an orchid mantis, a fox, and a wolf. The other 2 prisoners stick out like a sore paw to me. One of them is a cub, which kind of scares me and makes me sad knowing that she's responsible for a death in some way. The other prisoner that sticks out to me is a border collie with fur dyed a bright blue. It's not uncommon for people to dye the fur on top of their head, but to dye all of the fur on their body, that certainly intrigues me, to alter your body outside of societal norms. Anyway, despite being here only for a week, they've never gotten to see me until now. In every room of this prison, including my room, there's a thick stream of water that lines the edge of the floors. Although mostly decorative, it seems to have a purpose. Today, a serpent-like aquatic creature showed itself peeking in the water, speaking to me but not moving its mouth. They said they were here to guide me in my guard duties. Apparently, they are the mythical cryptid Orgopogo, but they just seem so much smaller than originally what the legends described. I've been calling them Pogo in my head to match the smaller expectations in my head. But I digress. Pogo has informed me that I'm going to be formally meeting the prisoners now. It's apparently my job to interrogate them and provide a verdict whether or not they're innocent or guilty. Apparently, there's this whole contraption that extracts people's memories and outputs a song that details information about their life. I didn't even know technology like that existed, but considering the fact that me and all of the prisoners have woken up here with hardly any memories of the life we lived, I'm not exactly shocked. I'm about to start my first interrogation. I don't know what to say or how to act. I hope these prisoners aren't as dangerous as I've made them out to be in my head. I don't know why I was picked to be this figure in this prison, but I'm here now, and there's not much I can do about it.